Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Arabi Badri, and I take great pleasure in welcoming you all this morning. Today, we're here to celebrate two men who were truly beacons of excellence. Two men who had absolute control over their actions and knew how to build on the result. We're here to celebrate the lives of two legends who have been true inspirations and motivators, ones who possessed extraordinary caliber, ones that we know as Mr. S. Raman and Mr. M. Divakar. Mr. Raman, founding member of HCL, whose intellect inspired everyone around, joined the company as a technical director in the year 1976 and went on to become the president and COO of HCL Technologies Limited. Mr. M. Divakar, or MND as he is popularly known, was a man of sheer determination, courage, and zeal. He led HCL from the front to launch the Unix products in India, making HCL the leader in the Indian IT landscape. Their energy, passion, and enthusiasm is unparalleled till date. They say that friends are the family that we make. I now call upon a person who's worked very closely with Mr. Raman and Mr. Divakar. Mr. G.H. Rao, or G.H. as he is called, heads the engineering and R&D services practice at HCL that focuses on providing product and platform engineering services to leading OEMs, Tier 1s, ISVs, and enterprises globally. I now request Shri G.H. Rao to please welcome the gathering.
It is indeed an honor for me to be welcoming all of you for this very special and emotional moment. This moment is extremely difficult for me to describe. In fact, I would rather sit back and relax rather than speaking about these two gentlemen. It is a mix of emotion because we have two of the extraordinary people where I had association for more than 2 decades, close to 3 decades, worked very closely with both of them, learned a lot from them. So it is really emotional moment. Second is, it is very nostalgic. Because with the memories of Mr. Raman and Divakar and seeing a lot of my old and current colleagues here, actually, I feel like going back, pulling up the sleeves and do some hardware design, fight with software people or whatever. It is very nostalgic for me to actually be part of this moment. Third is again very unique because I don't know this type of function in memory of employees, I would say. Okay, Raman, even though he was a founder, it is actually unparalleled. And again, I thanks Shiv Nadar for actually coining this idea and taking this step of naming after this campus and after Mr. Raman and one of the blocks as Divakar software blocks. So these three combinations of emotion, nostalgia, and uniqueness make this function very special. The very fact such a large organization like HCL Technologies has chosen to name after the campus, one of the most beautiful campuses after Mr. Raman speaks for itself. So I have very little to say about Mr. Raman. Nevertheless, I would like to summarize Mr. Raman the way I saw him. Mr. Raman was a brilliant technocrat, backed his technology vision with a unique value system and continuous learning and focus on what he wants to get. probably I don't know whether I could describe in 4 or 5 words. It's a great personality, and I had very fond memories of Mr. Raman. I worked from day one to very late moments. I still remember the day one and still remember the last day when I met him. So it's very fond memories for me. Same thing is true for Divakar. So in fact, when Divakar is around, you can't miss. We know the air actually, Divakar is around. He's so passionate and energetic, and he backed up his passion and energies with phenomenal leadership qualities and organizational skills, through which he has built a fantastic software team in Chennai, and which went on to become the seed team for HCL America, and then itself became the seed team for our services organization. So the contributions of both these extraordinary people have become a foundation for both the phases of HCL, which is the product organization as well as the services organization, and which we are reaping the benefits today. And I believe we will go to greater heights by virtue of the foundations laid by these two extraordinary executives or gentlemen. Before I close, I thank Shiv Nadar for again coining this concept of naming this campus after Mr. Raman, and a software block for Divakar. This again is very unique, and I am honored and proud to be welcoming all of you. Thanks all of you. Have a great day ahead.
We now showcase a short video compilation which would help us relive those beautiful memories.
This was a very long time ago, more than 4 decades ago. We didn't have a company. We didn't have a place. We didn't have the first designs. We didn't have a name. Those days, a license took 4 years. In the month of August 1976, Raman and me went and signed an agreement to set up a company called Hindustan Computers Limited. That was the formation of IT industry of India. The photograph is still there. I'm signing that agreement with Colonel B.K. Roy of Uptron, and Raman is standing by the side, smiling, not realizing this is the moment the IT industry of India was born. I would say, if I were to rank in courage, he is 10 on 10. Raman is technically the finest visualizers that there had been.
I've known him to be a brilliant person, a person who would be able to become expert on anything which he puts his hands into.
He's a person of detail. He was really detail and quality has been the very important way of his life. The working.
If I correlate to him as a personality, he doesn't take nonsense. If he wants a service, it has to meet his expectations.
If you are not on top of information and content, he would discard you that next moment.
Raman was a very reserved person, and he wouldn't talk easily to people.
He was very smart. You could recognize faces. He was too shy to converse.
He lived, breathed. Everything was HCL for him. His soft points were his daughter and his wife. To him, work was worship. He's a strong Brahmin who would, God-fearing, and would pray every day. To him, it's almost like don't pray. So it's not possible. And in the line, there was another younger man who came up, and this gutsy young man's name was M. Divakar.
Divakar, I would say two significant things. One is doing his best to make HCL number one in Unix platform-based solutions, and also making HCL number one in semiconductor practice.
He was meticulous in his planning, so thorough in his detail, and more importantly, he had this habit of what you can call follow-up.
See, first thing that strikes you when you talk about Divakar is restlessness. He is restless, passionate. You will know Divakar is around.
They are a bunch of crazy guys who never stop working. Sheer raw power. Okay. People like Raman and Divakar, people like those black stallions. Okay. Real, powerful, the raw power. And if you challenge them, they will do some unbelievable stuff.
While Mr. Raman was the architect of R&D, Divakar's contribution was extremely important in building on top of that, and working hard to make HCL number one in any area he touched.
You can't contain forces like this. तूफान को ले जाकर कहीं डब्बा में थोड़े बंद कर सकते हैं. Heart attack reduced his capability to work longer hours, but this nature of work being what it is, he would. To him, it was much worse if he never worked, because he'll get very restless. It's just too good a mind. You can't just say that don't do anything.
Towards the later part of his working in HCL, he was not keeping very good health. And often he would conduct meetings at his house. We would be there, RV, me, GH, whosoever was required. We will be at his house.
Each time when he was hospitalized, whatever, he used to fight and come back. Apparently this time it was not so.
It was a painful moment. I definitely miss him.
It still hasn't sunk in to me that he actually has passed away, that that all that. So somewhere whenever I turn around and I keep working, I still figure out he's somewhere around.
I was driving to the office and I got a call. Did you hear about Mr. Raman? So I said, no, what about him? I know he was sick. So he told me he's no more. That was a sort of a shock for me, because I'd never imagined.
I lost them as individuals. That's painful.
If Mr. Raman was the guru, in a way, Divakar was the Shishya.
You have to see that these are people who created these organizations. I'm very proud of it here. Both of them, very hard-working people. Loved work, loved HCL, loved their colleagues, and left with their shoes on. Absolutely with their shoelaces on.
Mr. Raman campus, Mr. Raman looking at the tower named after Divakar and calling him very fondly, which he used to do, M&D, M&D.
That truly touched an emotional chord. Thanks to everyone who contributed to the making of the video and sharing such personal memories. Mr. Raman and Mr. Divakar live with us through their great foray of work for the rest of eternity. It is my honor to be introducing and welcoming Shri Shiv Nadar, founder and chairman, HCL and Shiv Nadar Foundation.
Good morning, everyone. I saw what was being presented So I won't repeat them. I will cover some areas which are slightly different and may not be known to most of you. One aspect was when we formed HCL, it was formed as a joint venture company with UP. You saw them signing the agreement. It meant that we had to build our R&D in UP. Hani came up and said that if you really go to any of the IITs, we built our R&D only from IITs. If you go to any one of the IITs, you will see that most of them are Tamils, Tamils are people from South India, who go there, study, and then go overseas. We are an alternative location to work because the kind of work they do, we do. They don't get to do even in the US. So the alternative was for us to build a center in Chennai. That's how Where You're Sitting started. And that was led by Divakar. So these two men created Where You're Sitting. This HCL Technologies in Chennai now must be constituting a workforce of almost 25,000 people. And it wouldn't have happened but for him. But we work very well as a team. This was opposed by the UP government. TSR, so you know what a government can do if you hold a negative covenant vote. They wouldn't let us move. Then we tried to go to Singapore. That's how our first export facility thing started. And finally, when it could not work out, I was feeling very depressed. I was sitting with Raman. He said, why don't you just buy them out? So the first acquisition thought of HCL occurred with him. Raman never called me Shiv. Raman always called me Nadar. He would also refer to his wife. He says, Nadar enna solrare? Vaangirlam solrara? Appadina vaangir vendida. Very simple words they would finish off. That's how HCL got its freedom to work. Second point, when we started working on, in that period, it was never marketing went and specified this is what you wanted. I was the head of the organization and I knew that this is a field in which you have to give unfettered freedom to do what you think should be the product. Because non-technical people were not capable of really saying this is the product that you want. They would simply go and say such microprocessor-based system, or it won't talk technology, it won't talk architecture, it will talk about a chip, it's somebody else's technology. So during this period of freedom, we made 4 attempts. The first one was a mini computer. This was built around RSX11M. If you people belong to that period would understand what it is. It's a very, very difficult one. Finally, when it was completely working, it was my decision finally to scrap it because Unix had come. Actually, that day, enough people in R&D would have cried and cursed me also for having taken the decision. Then followed 2 more, both of which we were just in the wrong location. If Raman only had forced me at that time, he says, enough of Singapore, let's go to Sunnyvale and then get started with this. The one was a completely functioning relational database, and the second was client-server architecture. Absolute first-time winners all over the world. We had to wait for several years more for that to become successful before we could adopt it in India. But we were the originators who did this. A little later, we built the first microprocessor-based systems, multiprocessor-based Unix implementation. it's a complex implementation, difficult to function. And I asked Divakar, I was not sure of what Divakar could do or could not do. So I appointed a committee of 3 professors, Professor Raman, Krishnamurthy and Subramaniam from Indian Institute of Science, to come and vet it completely. And then I told them, I'm not technical enough. You will have to explain to me that it will work, because you're asking me to bet the balances, the reserves of the company on this product. They came, vetted it, and then explained to me. I took 2 days to understand what they said. And then we said we'll go make a go of it, and we did. The most interesting part is, that is what HCL globalized anything with. We had the tie-up with HP. HP was struggling in the same points in which at one time Divakar and his team struggled. And I offered, do you think our people could come and work there and resolve your issues? Lou Platt was working in that area. Later on, he became chairman and CEO. He said, sure. There went Divakar. He said, this time it's very easy. He said, what do you want? He said, I need a chair and a table in HP Labs. Then I'll figure out how to implement this. And he went in and implemented it. This was 3 years after. So whatever we did here in India was quite successful. And whatever we built for HP, along with the HP engineers, that brought Unix to the rest of the world. That was a time in which HP's graph just took off on one side, leaving behind digital. These are really creations of these individuals. When we talk a lot about personal association and warmth, somewhere what they did must count and must be said. It's not for nothing that we are naming this facility after Raman. It's because not just the courage with which we address these projects, but also finally executing very tough projects that performed worldwide every time. I was very pleased to see the Xerox lab yesterday. That's a burden which I carried for 3 decades. Finally, I let it down and slept well. It's something in which HCL failed in 1984. And we tried one after another, just couldn't make it work. Now, they showed me yesterday brilliance. He said this was built end to end by HCL, and 24,000 of these machines have been shipped and functioning. I was very, very pleased to see. The fundamentals of how to create an international product were all built here, and earlier on in a different premise. One interaction showed how 2 people could work. Raman and I pretty much made a perfect combination of working. 2 instances I'll point out. We had launched a solution product offering at 38,000 rupees somewhere in the early 80s. And I always believe price has nothing to do with the cost. It should relate to what it offers to a client. So the price was 3,80,000, and we took an advance of 10%. In the 8th floor, we both were many times the last to leave. We were walking down. He said, are you okay on the pricing? I said, yeah. I asked him, we both didn't cross each other's routes. This is my decision, and that he normally will not comment on that. Similarly, if he's following a technology, I would not comment on that. He said, are we selling enough? I said, yes. Suddenly it occurred to me, maybe we underpriced it. I said, have we underpriced it? He says, no. You grossly overpriced it. The advance is the cost of the material. You know, wherever you collect the other 90% is all profit. It just gets credited to profit only. So I said, okay, then we are all right. But now, whatever you have talked to me, Don't say this to anybody else. Just keep it like that. Otherwise, marketing will find some way of discounting. Exact opposite happened. Is Rajendra here? Yeah, I saw him this morning. Yeah. Many years later, this was in 97, again, pricing became an issue. We saw a longer term pricing, and during the period, a marketing team decided to price a product at 19,500 or something. It's happened twice, once with Neelam, once with Prem. Yes. So at 19,500, you lose cash every machine you ship. And it's not that we had a huge inventory or anything. It was not a clearance sale of any nature. At that time, Raman was already in the global side of the business. Rajendra was still in the execution side. He said the only man who can go and change Shiv's mind is Raman, so might as well go and ask him. So he asked him one question. Has Nadar made up his mind on the price? He said yes. He said then you have to figure out only how much least to lose, because marketing he'll go on attacking. He does not know how to do it in any other way. So be prepared for good volume. He must be having a good purpose. We never talked about the purpose. The purpose truly was that PCL was messing up the marketplace at the time. So Prem said that this marketplace doesn't have room for two. It had room only for one, and that has to be HCL. He was just going for a compact, for the last knockout, they got knocked out at the end of that. So there was a lot of room which we gave each other in the entire play. And many of the technologies which he went into, I had, some nervousness. Now it's there. When we went into the diagnostics products, I was definitely nervous. Do we have to do this? He said, yes, we'll be okay, don't worry. And the other one was aircraft engineering. I said, you do whatever you want. Only the contracting, I want to make sure that some people take a serious look at it and call Rita Gupta. I saw her somewhere there. I said, please go and find out every form of insurance that's possible. I want to know all about it, because this is not going to stop. But we should know where it can come and hit our balance sheet. So our HCL history is full of these points in which I had interacted with him, intersected with him. And later on, after he became president and chief operating officer, I just let him flower through. The last part is the most interesting part. He was unwell, so he went back. Knowing him, I felt his worst punishment will be to sit at home. Because he had too active a mind. Okay. I don't know how to describe this. I haven't seen a person who can think in, I can understand. 2-3 dimensions even I can think, but he'll think in 17 dimensions at the same time. And most of you would have experienced that, When you are here, he'll suddenly go there, and then he'll think about something else. You figure, is he there in that meeting? But he's listening to you, he's doing something else. So I called him. I said, are you okay? He said, yes. Are you getting bored? He laughed. Is there something I need to do? I said, yes. why don't you look after construction? Because all the details that you have to go into, you will find expression to what you do, and they will all be there well after all of us are gone. So he said, do I have time to think? I said, no. And he wouldn't have, if I said yes, suddenly she was changed. Nadarku enna accident patruvaru. Suddenly he's not giving me timelines. So I said, today we are talking, it's Thursday, leave next week, get yourself ready, charged, and come Monday after, 10 days. Next Thursday, I was getting restless. So I said, I must call him to come to work tomorrow. That's what he was used to. So I called him. I said, where are you? The call is not going through properly. He said, I'm in a barber shop in Oberoi. So I said, what are you doing in barber shop? Doing yourself up? He said, after all, I have come to work from Monday. I've not been very well keeping how I look. I don't know whether you know this. And the very next day, he showed up and then took charge. And I said, this point, I leave this Raman, and I walked out of the place. Very pleasant memories. Each memory which I have is full of memories, and each one reflects him so well. 2 minutes on Divakar. Divakar, when I met him, the first time when I met him was, they had to do a benchmark against Wipro in some tender in Bangalore. And he said that R&D people will not do work benchmark. This is too cheap. So I said, who will do the benchmark? Someone has to do the benchmark. He said, tell the systems engineering guys. Rama's here? Yeah. Send the systems engineering guys, they are capable of doing. Why are they not doing? It's a product yet to be done. How can they ever know anything about systems engineering? So he said, tell them to come in. So I go to the lab. There are 6 people who are sitting in the reception. So, Chennai. I said, gentlemen, what are you doing here? They all look very young. He said, we are from HCL, from systems engineering. But why are you in the reception? We are waiting to meet Mr. Divakar. I said, why has Divakar not seen you? And what are you coming to do here? He says, we have come here to do the benchmark. I knew the benchmark was due next day. And this was already in the evening. He said, he's going to see us in the evening and tell us what to do. He says, systems engineering cannot cross into R&D. That's too sacred a place. So they will all work only in the conference room. He was waiting for the conference room to be cleared out after R&D discussion. He says, now you'll sit here, do everything. By 6 o'clock, you finish it. The next requirement comes in the morning. After that, just go away with whatever you have. This is typical Divakar for you. Okay. When I go to, when we were working on a deal together in semiconductors with IBM, I was leading the account, and we won the deal. Okay. We won the deal as a sole contractor. So we avoided every bit of contractual wrangling which otherwise will be involved with IBM. So Divakar went that far. Now the last part that was left was to deal with the contracting department. He said, now what can the contracting department do? This is sole vendor contract. Now IBM wouldn't have gone to where it is unless they knew that they would face occasions like this. And having faced it with Microsoft and having left behind what they left behind, and Intel, they wouldn't want a repetition. So they raised it. Single vendor contract could be negotiated only in their corporate office. It's not part of any of the division. The moment you go to the corporate office, the guy asks, show us your cost sheet. And he had to go through the whole works. At the end of it, they asked one question. If you are unreasonable, tell us. We want our vendors to make profit, but not undue profit. What happened was history. It was one of the finest semiconductor pieces work that HCL ever did. Divakar's multiprocessor Unix is very well known. Many people would know about it. I'm not going to talk much about it. And if I were to think of Divakar, I'll always think of the real liveliness. Very courageous. When multiprocessor Unix was launched, one day, I think it was a Sunday, he asked to see me. He came and said, "They're launching it. The product is not yet ready." You know, this is an unwritten code of law that product is not ready is an information which will be kept away from me always. He came and said that there is too much of money that you're going to put behind this. You're taking it to America now. Here we could have managed it, but don't take it there. I wish I had listened to it, but by then we had gone far too far. These are small pieces that reflect what they are and how I interacted with them. I can go on. It's 38 years with one person and 25 years with other. But it's a great honor to dedicate this facility in the names of one block in the name of Divakar, because this is where the pieces with which HCL Technologies went global was built, and Raman because he built HCL. I'm truly honored to do this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such fond memories with us. We now move on to the most essential part of today's event. I take great pleasure in inviting on stage our two leading ladies, the women behind the success of the two legends of HCL. I invite Mrs. Raman and Mrs. Divakar on stage, please. We start with the unveiling of the Raman Technology Center. I request Mrs. Raman to please do the honors. Mrs. Divakar to unveil the Divakar software block. Mr. Raman and Mr. Divakar's journey is something that is not just worth capturing in motion, but also worth living through every moment. I now request Shri Shiv Nadar to present the coffee table book and the crystal plaque to Mrs. Raman and Mrs. Divakar that captures a phenomenal and proud journey of two legends. you so much, sir. Thank you, Mrs. Raman and Mrs. Divakar, for doing the honors. It sure is a very special moment for all of us here, and we're thrilled that you both generously and graciously agreed to do the unveiling of the blocks for us. Thank you so much.
I'd taken some very difficult tasks to Raman, and I said, I used to call him Dora, like we did. Dora, he'll think about it, he'll never give an answer. Say, Nalik Sultuma. I said, okay. Next day he will come and he'll say, it is not impossible. So that's all he'll say.
First, let me thank Mr. Nadar and HCL family for this honor given to my husband. He's a very loving husband, loving father to my daughter, and a grandfather to my grandchildren. Any subject he takes, he wants people to know the fundamentals. He used to tell me, if you do something without knowing the fundamentals, it is not a good work. Even during my interview, which I have to attend in my office, I work for CSIR in National Physical Laboratory. He will take the interview of me first, and he'll ask me questions. Do you know the answer? If you don't know the answer, go to the library and find it out. What is the use of anybody giving you the promotion? You should earn your promotion. That is the way he will talk to me. And my daughter, he will very patiently teach, and then if she makes mistake, he will never get annoyed. Even with the employees, he was like that, I know that. He was always for the employees and their welfare, even though he never expressed it. He is a man of few words, and he will not express. Even whatever I want, he may have a lot of affection, but he will not express it. He will show it, that's all. No words for anything. You do it. His place is, he always say, don't talk about work. Do it first. You show the world that you can do it. Nothing is impossible. And he will never, as Mr. Nadar told me after his death, he will never compromise about the quality of the work. He is a taskmaster, he was telling me. So he is a taskmaster even in the house. So anything you prepare, it should be okay. And he will bring the engineers home, and I have to, he say, today the meeting will be in our house. That means I know I have to prepare the lunch or whatever it is, snacks or anything. And he is very fond of the employees. The employees were always with him, and I can see the lot of respect, he is shown by the crowd and, by the individuals who are talking about him. I know most of the engineers who joined earlier. I know most of them. That's why somebody was asking me, how do you know all of them? I said, all the meetings take place in my house. So I know every one of them. So as for Mr. Nadar, Nadar was not only his employer, he was his friend. Mr. Nadar always used to refer Mr. Raman to me, Annan. Anna enna solraru, he will ask. That is the way he used to. And then he will say sometimes, have you prepared this? You send it to Nadar. He should eat it. That is the way. He had an affection with him. I used to ask Mr. Nadar, company eppadi porudhu? He will say, Annana kelunga, he will say. So that was the bond they had. Mr. Raman could achieve all this, fame, whatever it is, technical, whatever it is due to the fact, as Mr. Nadar said, there was a fine, relationship between them. They understood each other, and Mr. Nadar gave him a free hand to achieve whatever he wanted. Till his death, Mr. Raman was discussing about the building and whatnot. And then, when he died, before he died, he told me, Vasanta, I have achieved what I want. I am a satisfied man. So with all these words, once again thanking Mr. Nayar and HCL family. We are also the part of HCL family, even now you think. And as one of his, for the person who takes him as the godfather told me, Mr. Raman never died, Mrs. Raman. He is always around us. He is guiding us. So I also feel he is always with me in my house, and he guides me. With all these words, I thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you.
We now have a very special video message from 14-year-old Nitya Arun, granddaughter of Mr. Raman. She's put together this video specially for this event. And Nitya is a student of the 9th grade. She enjoys music and she's very enthusiastic about gymnastics. Can we please have the video?
Hello, my name is Nitya Arun. I am Mr. Raman's, or as I call him, Raman Tata's granddaughter. One of Raman Tata's many good qualities was that he was patient. During school vacation, Raman Tata would come over to Chicago to visit us, and he would help me with math packets and would explain to me patiently how to do them. I also remember that he would say to do what you want and not let anybody else's decisions influence me. I replay his words in my head when I need to make important decisions. This year, as a 9th grader, I have a choice of electives to pick, so I kept his words in mind when I picked my electives. I owe my successes in life to him.
That was a very special message that she put together for this event. I now call upon Mrs. Divakar to share a few words in acceptance. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Nadar, and thank you to HCL. As most of you know, Divakar loved HCL, and it was his family and away from home. His passion and devotion to HCL earned him many great friends, including many of you here today. You would feel extremely honored to know that the company he loved so much is dedicating a part of HCL to him. On behalf of Divakar's family, Chetan and Veena, Divakar's mom, and I want to thank Mr. Nadar and HCL staff for bringing such purpose and joy to Divakar's life and remembering him today and forever. Thank you very much.
We have with us two world-renowned musicians who have made our country proud. Today's reigning queen of the Carnatic world, Srimati Sudha Raghunathan, will be joined by Sri Anil Srinivasan, a classical pianist who has created a unique and contemporary aesthetics of his own, marrying Indian music with the unmistakable influence of the West.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurumi Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Deva Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnu Mayeti Shabdita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्ति 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 रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्ति शक्ति बुद्धि शक्ति शान्ति रूपेण संस्थिता शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः शान्ति 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 झूठ से बचे रहे, सच कदम भरे, दूसरों की जैसे पहले खुद का जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जैसे पहले खुद को जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति देना। मुश्किलें पड़े तो हम पे इतना कर्म कर, मुश्किलें पड़े तो हम पे इतना कर्म कर, साथ दे तो धर्म का, चले तो धर्म कर, साथ दे तो धर्म का, चले तो धर्म कर, खुद पे हौसला रहे, बड़ी से ना डरे, खुद पे हौसला रहे, बड़ी से ना डरे, दूसरों के जैसे पहले खुद को जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों के जैसे पहले खुद को जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति शक्ति शक्ति, हमको मन की शक्ति देना।
It truly is our honor to have you both perform for us this morning. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for being with us today and celebrating two men who will be eternally special. Our sincere thanks to Shri Shiv Nadar for giving us an opportunity to relive Mr. Raman and Mr. Divakar. On behalf of HCL, I would also like to thank Mrs. Raman, Mrs. Divakar and their families for being with us today. May I now, on behalf of Shri Prem Kumar Seshadri, request all the guests to join us for high tea. Thank you once again. Have a great week ahead.